transition.
Yeah.
So I was in coaching, and my husband we had a big garden, and he said, let's just sell the excess on the side of the road, and we'll put it towards our daughter. At that time, we had one daughter, 13 years ago, Julia. And we'll sell the excess on the side of the road and put it towards a college fund. So I thought, okay, and so we did, and the first year it went okay, and we ran it with just family, and then it's turned into a booming business. With last summer we employed 23 kids.
Wow.
And go to 10 farmers markets, and we're open 7 days a week down in Dairyville.
Wow. So you've probably seen it. If you've traveled down 99, you've seen the signs, right?
Yeah.
That's one of your marketing
which I make.
ploys.
Yeah.
Oh, you make them?
Oh, yes. They're the homemade ones.
Julia's fruit stand. And so it went from a backyard garden to now supplying produce for 10 farmers markets and your own very, very busy stand. What happened? How did that happen?
So we started with a garden just right by our house, and then we outgrew that garden, obviously. And so we have some property along the river down in Las Salinas, and we have a produce there. And then we also have on Kansas Avenue, 1 mile away, we have 10 acres of garden now. That is
who takes care of all of that?
So my husband, and we have a few employees.
Your husband does?
Yeah, and if we have a few employees that help us with the planting and the picking and just the overall gardening.
Oh my God.
How do you know about this? I mean, how do you?
So farming is in our blood. My husband, James, is 4th generation. His great-grandparents came out here and started farming in 1914. Wow. And my grandparents moved here in the 20s, so I'm 3rd generation. So we're 7 generations into this.
Farming, that is amazing.
Never thought I would be a farmer. There's not a guaranteed income that, people get a check at the end of the month if you're working in most normal jobs.
Sure.
Told my parents I'm not doing that, and I thought I was going to be a teacher. And I did that for a little while, and then coaching. I've always loved basketball, so I did that. But when you marry a farmer, you end up farming.
Yeah, that's right.
So now we have this fruit stand, and one of the main purposes is we wanted our kids to have an opportunity to work. I think one thing in our society today, kids don't have that opportunity. Both my husband and I, growing up on farms, we started working at a very young age. And it teaches responsibility, it teaches a number of different things. And so we wanted to provide that, not only for our kids, but for local teenagers as well.
Yeah, I love that part, because I think that's such a huge piece of what you do. Teaching other kids that responsibility and giving them jobs and giving them something to do instead of,
Yes, and a lot of kids, if you just give them a chance, they really do want to work. They enjoy getting that paycheck. They want to pay for their own gas if they're driving. And a lot of parents don't know you can get a work permit for your child as young as 14. So last year we had 4 14-year-olds start with us, and a lot of times we employ them